It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
This next one, again, from YouTube, this is EF. And I love this one. This one, EF, you hit our heartstrings. You knew we were going to answer this one. I'm teaching a high school class on personal finance.
Oh, man.
Round of applause there. I think every high school should have personal finance as a requirement. What do you think are the most important topics to cover in order to make sure students are ready for the real world? I'm going to throw the two out there, give you some time to think, and I'm going to take the easy ones.
You're going to take the one that immediately hit my head. Keep going.
There are two things I think I would hit. The first one is I think if you can teach them basic budgeting, right? Not necessarily balancing checkbooks because that's kind of a thing of the past. But if you can teach them, hey, if you have this much coming in, you should not have this much going out. And when you have this much coming in, you should have this much set aside. If you can teach them that before they get to college and somebody offers them a slice of pizza to open a credit card, you are setting them up very well, in my opinion. So that's kind of the base level. The second thing, and this is the one to get them excited about, and this is the one that happened for Brian, you ought to teach them about compounding interest. You got to tell them about 88 times over. We actually are going to go even beyond 88 times over for high school kids, so stay tuned because we have something exciting coming out. You show them how powerful that part-time job where maybe they're making minimum wage and they only have a little bit they can save, but you show them how powerful that can be and what that can turn into when they're 30, 40, 50, 60. I think that's the thing that can resonate. You tell them how easy it is for them to become a millionaire starting right now. I think you're going to light a fire that hopefully never gets put out.
Man, thank you for leaving some meat on the bone. So here's my two add-ins. I think the most important concept for young people is understanding the power of deferred gratification.
Ooh, good one. Yep.
There's a reason that they talk about in research the marshmallow test and other things to see how well, because a person can live below what they need. And, and that's what, if you look at the traits of Millionaire Next Door, can you live on less than you make? All these things, because Bo talked about it, is budgeting. All these things are trying to see is how good you are at deferring a little bit of today for a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. So deferred gratification is the most powerful thing. Bo already got the power of time. He's talking about compounding interest. That is really powerful. Remember, I had the high school teacher that told me in high school, probably junior economics class, $100 a month, I'd be a millionaire.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. But he is spot on with that. Actually, he was undershot it a little bit, as that it was less than $100 I had to save. And then the other thing is don't let your savings not actually work for you. We talk about army of dollar bills to give you the visual of actually having an army of dollars that are working just as hard, if not even harder, than you are with your back, your brains, and your hands. You want your money doing all the heavy lifting, and that's what I like is I grew up in a household where investing in my household was cash, was CDs, which was savings accounts. That's not investing. That's kind of cash reserves. That's locking your money to keep it from being lost. Investing I'm talking about is understanding index target retirement funds, S&P 500, all the index funds, and kind of getting a piece of the economy and growing with it. If you can get into the habit of kind of letting your army of dollars start working for you, it will take no time at all for you to gain traction and start seeing how fast the money is growing. And then before you know it, you'll have that healthy addiction to saving that you'll be like, how did I get here? Yep. And it's really that fulfilling moment. And it happened for me in my mid-40s. If you start young enough, I think Bo is going to have it much sooner than his mid-40s. You'll realize all that hard work when you were young pays off tremendously in the future, and it gives you peace of mind. It also lets you build legacy, and it also allows you to live life the way you want to. And all the people that tell you they hate work, it's because they have to work. People who find fulfillment from work tend to not have to work. They chose to work, and that's why you need to focus on building that army of dollar bills.
I think that's awesome. Thank you for fighting the good fight, for doing the hard work of teaching these young folks.